Howdy, friends. Tulio here. This is the final segment 7 of the National Economic Update. And this is data provided by Dr. Lawrence Yun, the Chief Economist for the National Association of Realtors. So I'm going to go ahead and do a sharing of my screen here so that you can take a look at where things are at. Let's go ahead and get that up. Go share that. So we're going to start with slide number 1. Mortgage rates have seen a slowdown in rapid adjustment culmination in several weeks of decline. 20-year highs of 7% that hit us around November of 2022 have given way to stabilization near 6% as of January 2023. Comparing 6% to 7% on a mortgage rate is generally a savings of around $200 per month in a mortgage. Economists predict that 6% will be the new normal for future, and with small fluctuations. A less than 4% interest rate will probably not reappear within the next 50 years or our current lifetime. Let's go ahead and move on. Long history, 10-year treasury and 30-year mortgage. I'm going to share with you my notes from Dr. Yun on this. The blue line is the interest rate for the government to borrow money. The red line is the interest rate for mortgages. So that's what we consider our mortgage, okay? They're intrinsically tied together because the government backs a large portion of the mortgage loans. VA and FHA loans are government guaranteed loans. Conventional loans frequently are sold after closing to Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae. Freddie and Fannie are government backed loans. So the government's really tied into almost all loan types. Let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. Spread average at 170 basis points. Okay, so here we go. Historically, the mortgage rates hover around 170 basis points above the government rate. This difference is referenced as the spread. To reiterate, the spread is generally mortgage 1.7 higher than the government. At the moment, the spread is 274 basis points. This is as of January 2023, or 2.74 above. Typically, it takes 4 to 6 months for the rate to stop fluctuating and return to the standard of a 1.7 spread. This means we may see an advantageous mortgage rate between a 5 and a 6% heading into summer of 2023. The Fed adjustments last month is already considered in these spreads and predictions. It is a known factor by the time they announce the rate change. So when you hear these things and you go, oh, is this going to happen now? Most mortgage companies have already taken any Fed announcement into consideration days and in many cases weeks ahead of time. Okay, so let's go, and I'm going to get out of this view real quick. End that show and just wrap things up for you. So what does this mean to buyers? And these are Dr. Yun's notes, not Tulio's notes. If you were actively looking in the fall of 2022 and priced out of the market, reach out to your lender and your realtor to see if you have regained some buying power, as we are no longer in the 7% ranges anymore. If you're considering buying this spring and summer, now is the time to start your lender pre-approval process and see where you are in the process, really see where you stand financially. Buying in the spring may mean less competition in the buyer pool. Lower interest rates mean more people will join the buyer pool, and increases to competition could be coming. Obviously, we see a lot more people starting to move when school lets out. In this state, it's often in May, and you see a lot of moves in June. So getting ahead of that game can be of benefit to you. All right. As always, guys, if the Penny team can help you out in any respects with your real estate needs, give us a shout. My number's up there, 719-351-4083. Thank you so much, and I will be in touch with you soon. Take care.